people are back. We took a nap through the drought of contact we just felt, hibernation through the winter of our discontent. Like the parts of us that really feel all went radio silent because even our dreams started to sound like static, but people can't sleep forever. So smiles are back. Like flowers we haven't seen bloom in a while, like hope skipped a year or two. Played hopscotch with the vinyl record our world suddenly looks like when we see it from a distance. Our solar system is a record collection, but the only album that makes music is Earth. We make music when we spin. We feel every needle and pin that turns our skin to braille when we feel the feelings we believed we were blind to until we felt them. When we learned the language of each other and finally became fluent in one another. But people are not made of memory foam, so we can't hold the shape of someone who isn't here. There's nothing precise in the measurements of how we feel about those we miss. So we hug, and we high five, and we hold hands despite knowing that the things we value most are the things we cannot touch. Hope, inspiration, laughter, we cannot touch them. And yet, for whatever reason, we call them feelings. And when we are moved by our feelings, we say that we are touched. So touch is a vitamin. The thing we never knew we needed until we felt it lift us from a deficiency we never realized we had. It reminds the skin that the hard labor of keeping everything inside us at least comes with a benefit. And that though our hearts have no nerve endings to feel each other's grasp, it doesn't mean we don't feel them. Scar tissue is just the hem where those that care about us stitch us back together. But this last long while, we've been stars and planets to one another. So distant, we think that those who are gone are still here because the grief of their absence hasn't reached us yet. We still see their light. Some of us always will. And there is no supplement or pill that can replace what they gave us, so touch becomes a vitamin. It helps replenish our feelings and reminds us our goosebumps fly in whatever direction they please, regardless of the season. And that sometimes the only reason they fly north for the winter is to remind us how cold our world becomes without the wraparound weighted blankets we are to one another. Without the kindling we collect to keep warm the campfire we become to each other. We hunger for different things, but we starve for many more. For some things, there is no floor to our appetite. We are never so full from love we can't take another bite. There'll always be room for more. And just because there are times our hearts break doesn't mean we can toss them into a junk drawer and forget how to feel the feelings we don't want to. Alone is a grave you dig, hoping whatever hurt you most can be buried deep enough that it won't come back to haunt you. But there is no surgery that can amputate us from ourselves, no mausoleum or cemetery that allows us to lay to rest what we feel we can't carry. Some things will always be heavy. And without shoulders to lean on, they will forever feel like too much to bear. There is no evidence of hope. Without what our fingerprints prove, we can't always articulate how impossible it feels to move past our grief without the vitamin for what we lack. There's just alone without each other. But we are making music again because people are back.